Hello and welcome to this video for Excel Chapter 4 Mid-Level Exercise Number 2. So we're going to be on page 658 in your textbook, page 658, so you can turn there as I read the information. So this is artwork analysis case. You work for a gallery that is an authorized Greenwich Workshop fine art dealer. Customers in your area are especially fond of James C. Christensen's art. Although customers can visit the website to see images and details about his work, they have requested a list of all his artwork. Your assistant prepared a list of artwork, art type, edition size, release date, and issue price. In addition, you included a column to identify which pieces are sold out at the publisher, indicating the rare, hard-to-obtain artwork that is available on the secondary market. You now want to convert the data to a table so that you can provide information to your customers. So it says here first we need to open up this file. And we need to save it. This is step A. We need to save it with our name attached. So you're going to go to the right folder, make sure where it needs to go. So for you, that's your flash drive. For me, it's this folder right here. Adding your last name, if I can get my mouse to sit, and your first name. So last name and first name. Save it. All right, we've done that first step. Now step B, it says convert the data to a table. So if I click up here within the table, I go to the Insert tab, Tables Group, and click on Table. It should select all that information for you and look like this, and we'll click OK. So we've just made the table, and it says we need to apply medium, table style medium 5. Table style medium 5. So I'm going to click the More arrow and then go to, it looks like, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So table style medium 5, it's this purple one. Click on that, and we just finished with step B. Step C says to add a row below the record for the yellow rows. So for the yellow rows for this missing piece of art. So for the yellow rows, it looks like it's in alphabetical order, so let's see if we go down this way. Oh, you know what? Let's try its alphabetical order. So, and it starts with the yellow rows. This is gonna be like at the very bottom. Yeah, here we go. All right, row 186. All right, row 186. We need to insert a row below it. So I click on this row. I'm gonna go to the Home tab, and over in my cells group we have the Insert button. I'm going to click on Insert and choose Insert Sheet Row. Which, actually I need to I think click down one row because it should push the information down. So actually click on row 187, Insert Arrow, Insert Sheet Row. Yeah, there we go. So 187. I forgot it pushes it down. And then we need to enter in the information for the missing piece of art. So obviously the author is correct, James C. Christensen. That's all the same. It's when we get to the name of the piece that it's different. We're going to put the yellow rose, comma, master work canvas edition. Oh, need that space. Make sure you capitalize what you are supposed to. Oh, you know what? It looks like actually this part doesn't go here. It's going to end up going in the cell next to it. So the yellow rose, I'll push tab and then paste this in here. Master work canvas edition. It looks like it goes over there. Edition size is 50. The release is May 2009, and I'm actually just going to put May-09. Oh, that's not what I want. Let's try it again. Oh, yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's just type in what it says, and we'll see if it puts it there automatically. Otherwise, we may have to mess with the format. There we go. Just type May 2009, and that'll work. And then over here, the issue price is $895. And I'll push tab, and you'll see it changes it to the custom format for me. And then I'm going to type in yes to indicate the piece is sold out. Alright, so all of that in row 187. 187. Then it says, step D, to sort the table by type in alphabetical order, and then by release date from newest to oldest. So if I go up here to my editing group, we have sort and filter. I can choose custom sort, and then sort by, it says we're supposed to do it by type, and it says do it alphabetical order, so A to Z, and then we're going to add a new level to it, and this one is going to be for the release date, and then from newest to oldest. So by type first, then release date, and you can see both these are values, and then A to Z, newest to oldest. And then we're going to click OK. So it sorted it for us. It's looking good. Alright, and then step E, it says add a total row that shows the largest edition size and the most expensive issue price. So let's go to our design tab. We have table style options. We're going to click total row. We want that to show up, and it says here there's a few columns that we want to show up for. So largest edition size, or excuse me, yeah, that shows the largest edition size. So if I go over here to edition size, click in the total row, and then click here, we of course, it's not choosing the word largest, we're choosing max. So it shows here 6,000 is the largest edition size, and then the most expensive issue price. So we got to go over here to this column. So issue price, and then we're going to click on here, and it says most expensive, so we're choosing max again. Max. Then it says delete the total label in cell A205. So right here, because column A. So I'm going to press delete. And then it says we also need to delete it from H205, which I'm assuming is this one right here, the sold out one. Yeah, H205. Alright, so we have those two showing up right here. So column E and then column G, it looks like. You can see it shows up here in the name box. Alright, then it says add a descriptive label in cell C205. So right here, C205, to reflect the content of the total row. And we're just going to put down here highest edition size and most expensive. I'll move this over. Expensive issue price, colon. Alright, and that is step E. So we've got some good looking information so far, and now we're moving on to step F. Step F. Now for this one, it says create a custom conditional format for the issue price column with these specifications. So issue price column with these specifications. So I need to select this column right here. So starting with 195, and I'll go all the way up. So you can see issue price column right here, so column G, and oh, I don't want this top cell. Let's try this again. Don't let go too early. You just want the numbers, not everything else. Alright, so we have that selected right here, and we're going to do conditional formatting rules. It says to use the 4 traffic lights icon set. If we go up here to conditional formatting and styles, we can click on this, and then you can see down here icon sets. And what we're going to do is we're going to select, it says here red, yellow, green, and black is the icons that we want. So red, yellow, green, black. And we need to go back up here again and change it, because you can see right now it just shows a bunch of black. And we're going to manage the rule. You can see here's our what it is. It applies to these cells, which is true, but we need to edit this. And format style icon sets, we do want that. That is true. We do have our icon style right here, and you can see all these showing up. And there's actually other options, but this is the one that we want. All right, now we need a certain order here, so we're going to swap these kind of around. So I'm going to put the red one here in the top. We're going to have yellow next, and then I'm going to click on this arrow. We're going to have green. So red, yellow, green, and then black. And then we got a few options over here. As opposed to equal and greater, we're just going to do this. Switch this to greater, switch this to greater, and switch this one to greater as well. And then here's our different options. For the red icon, it says when the number is greater than 1,000. So I have a greater sign here. And for the value, we're going to switch it from 75 to 1,000. And then for the yellow one, it said we're going to do when greater. So when smaller, or excuse me, when greater. And then we're going to switch that to 500. And then for the green one, we're going to switch that to 250 is essentially what it says. So you can see here, if it's greater than 1,000, we've got that red icon. For the yellow icon, it wants it to be if it's in between 1,000 and greater than 500. So that's why we did greater than 500 right here. And then for green, it says it needs to be between 500 and 250. So that's why we put 250 here. And then of course, black is for when it's less than 250. Okay, and we do need to change one thing here. We need to put it to number. Oh, I'm going to actually have to re-enter these because of that. So it was set to percent, but we need numbers. So again, 1,000. Oh, that is getting messed up here. So 1,000 for this. We need 500 for this. And then 250 for this, and number for all of those. So this is how it looks. Red, yellow, green, black. We've got the greater than signs, and then 1,500, 250, and number. You want to make sure you have this right because it's very easy to mess up conditional formatting rules. All right, I'm going to click the OK button. We have our icon set there, and then I'm going to click Apply. You'll notice the change there, and it should display something like this. So remember, if it's over 1,000, it's red. If it's between 1,000 and 500, it's yellow. If it's between 500 and 250, it's green. And of course, if it's less than 250, it's black. All right, so we finished the conditional formatting rule there. That's step F. And then we're moving on to step G. It says filter the table by red traffic light conditional formatting icon. So we need to filter it. So we got sort and then filter. Oh, let me try it again. We do want to filter. And let's see, there should be an option. We should be able to filter it by the icon, because it wants just the red. So we're going to do this, greater than or equal to, and let's just do 1,000 and see if that works. So issue price 1,000. I'm going to click OK, and that'll work right there. So you can see 58 through 182. It's showing the red icons. So again, I just went in here and I did a filter with greater than 1,000 to show that. All right, that's step G. Then step H, we need to answer the questions in range D213 through D217 based on the data. So that's this right down here. So analysis for the most expensive art. What was the largest issue size? And you want to look up at the information and find out. Now the easy way to tell is right here, column E. It's 300. We know we put it there. So type that in down below here. And then of course push enter so you can move on. How many pieces are some sort of master work? Well, we've got the master work ones up here because they cost that much. And if I select it here, we've got 7 of them. So very easy to figure out, 7. Then how many pieces are not sold out? So you can see here, we got yes, yes, yes. Anything that doesn't have a yes in it is not sold out. So we got 1, 2, 3. Very simple. Then which piece had the highest issue price? Well, we look over here. We know 2,950 is the highest, and that's this one right here. And if we go over to the name, it's the chess match. So type that in. And I push enter. And then of course number 5, what type of art was the highest issue price piece? and then we just go to the chess match. We go over here to type Museum Edition Canvas. So these aren't hard to answer at all. You just got to look at the information to find it. All right, step I, we need to set our print area. So I'm going to save this file here first before I go further. Set the print area to range C1 through H205. So C1 through H205. So I'm going to select that. It's going to look like this. They already know the author's name, so there's not really a point to it. I go to page layout. You can see print area, and then choose set print area. And then you do need to select first row repeat at the top of each printout. So if I go, you'll notice I clicked on the dialog box launcher. I'm going to click on sheet, and then we do need the rows to repeat at the top. And we're going to choose here just the top row. I click the collapse button. Some of you got confused by this yesterday. You click the collapse button, you click which row is supposed to repeat. So this row right here, and then I'm going to click this button here. So that's set to repeat. And then we do need to set our margins. So I'm going to go over here to the margins tab, and we need to switch it. Here, set the top and bottom margins to 1 inch. So I just click the up arrow here, arrow here, and then set the left and right margins to 0.3. So it looks like I'm going to have to actually type it in. Sometimes you can push the arrow, sometimes you got to type it in. Oh, I pushed enter, that's why that went away. So type those in. You can see the settings there. And then it says select landscape orientation. Landscape orientation, which I think I can do that from the page tab. So page tab, landscape, and then set the option to fit the data to 1 page. So fit to, so scaling right here. Okay, so we finished step I. I'm going to click OK. It says to wrap the text and horizontally center column labels. So we need to go up here to the top row, select these cells. I'm going to go to the Home tab. I'm going to choose Wrap Text, and then I'm going to center them as well. And then it looks like here, and it says adjust column widths and row heights as needed. And it looks like what they want us to do is they want our release date a little bit smaller, so we're going to adjust that. Again, the text should wrap. There we go. And then we adjust edition size. You'll notice I had to click twice to bring it back. There we go. And it looks like those are really the 2 columns that we needed to adjust. We do want to bring this one, I guess right here, column C as well, and bring it to basically right after nobody. So you can see how I'm doing that in the video. So it looks something like this for the measurements, and then of course the text wrapping as well. Okay, we're on step K. That was step J. Step K. We are going to create a footer. So let's go back to page layout. We're going to click on the dialog box launcher. We're going to go to header and footer, and then we're going to choose custom footer. We're going to put your name on the left side like usual. In the center, we are going to put the sheet name, and in the right side, we are going to put the file name. And you can see the code there. And then we click OK. We'll click OK again. And all those things should be set to look like this. So this is how it should look. The end result here, you can see we answered the questions together in the video. So you should be able to, this needs to be correct. And of course, these are the rows that should be showing. And I showed you how to do the conditional formatting, how to do the sort for that as well. If you do a file and print preview, it should look something like this. So, I mean, if you were to make it multiple pages, this would repeat at the top. Remember, we had cut out the author information there. And then you have your name, sheet name there, and then, of course, the file name there. So, and those are the steps that you need to take in order to complete Excel Chapter 4 Mid-Level Exercise number 2. Good job of following along.